Welcome to the Rundown on A2DRadio.com. Talking Eagles again today. As usual, it seems like this is going to be a recurring theme on the Rundown until we get past the NFL draft, and I'm going to have to force you two into talking some baseball and stuff with me, even though you're a scumbag Yankees fan.
Yes.
That's Sean Watson. And you think the Phillies are going to win 50 games, Mr. Fraudulent Ralph Dellavecchio.
They're going to win 70.
No, they're winning 50 games.
They're not
Oh,
good.
my God. The Yankees fan over here has a better feel for what this team's going to do than
I'm
you.
being honest.
If Maikel Franco was batting every position, if he was batting 1 through 9,
Yankees
maybe
are-
Ralph, how do you
70
look at
games.
this team and not see a better team this year compared to last year? This
I
team
don't
is
know.
better all the way around. J.P. Crawford would be better right now than Freddie Galvis.
I'll
But he's just
believe
not
it
going to
when
be
I
up
see
at
it.
opening day because that's the way
I
the
believe
system
it
works.
when I see it.
It's stupid.
I did pick Ryan Howard out of what,
Your
18
fantasy
players.
draft?
Yep, 16th round. I love it.
He's a bum.
Because he's basically on a contract year right now with the
Yeah,
Phillies.
this is
basically.
Yeah,
I mean, the Phillies ain't going to resign him. They're
No,
going to let
well,
him go. But
if
he's
the National League,
he's
there's-
competing for a spot on another team next year. So that's why I thought.
Well, yeah, he'll
would
be a
good pick.
DH somewhere next year.
Right.
But there's a
He's going to Boston to fill in David Ortiz spot.
that could be very possible.
It is
But
possible.
There's a rules. The rules committee is taking a vote on whether or not to extend the designated hitter rule to the National League as well.
That's so
Yeah.
stupid.
I would love it. First of all, we'll
gotta
get
keep it the
we'll
same.
get into Eagles in a minute, but think about how much the game is advanced because you got all the old school baseball purists
Yeah.
that don't like the idea of the designated hitter in the National League, and I'll give you 3 reasons why it's a good idea. Okay, first of all, as far as professional baseball around the world goes, there's only 2 leagues in the entire world, and we're talking about Mexico, the Caribbeans, Japan,
Cuba.
Australia, all of those areas. There's only 2 leagues in the entire world that still have pitchers hit. The National League in Major League Baseball is one of them, and then one of the leagues over in Japan, pitchers still have to hit. Every other professional league worldwide has a designated hitter rule of some kind. That's one. So just like with every sport that we've seen, you kind of got to adapt with the times and the way things are going. And whether you like it or not, there was a lot of people that had this conversation, the purist on the football side of it, that didn't like some of those rule changes. And you just got to adapt with your times. The other side of it is, this is also part of adapting with the times, is look at the contracts guys are signing. Clayton Kershaw just signed, what, a $300 million contract out with the Dodgers?
My first round draft pick, baby.
This is all I'm saying. When I've got a pitcher that I'm paying $300 million to do what Clayton Kershaw does, and that's dominate on the mound,
Yeah.
I want nothing to do with him in the batter's box, with him running the bases, with him,
Right.
I don't want nothing to do with any of that.
Mhm.
It was one thing 15 years ago when the contracts went out of control like this, at least not at this level. But when now, you got $300 million contracts getting signed, I'm perfectly okay with the idea of a designated hitter rule just because Clayton Kershaw's not getting paid that money to go out there and hit me home runs or run the bases. He's doing it
Right.
to dominate on the hill. And I think we got to think along
It
those
should
lines
have
at
it
that point.
in both NL
should be
and
a-
AL.
there should
I
be
mean,
a
it shouldn't just
set
have
bar,
it in the AL. It should have it in both.
Yeah, I mean,
leagues.
exactly. If you're going to have it in
Definitely.
one league, you need to have it in the, at this point. I think that's a good way to
'Cause
look, especially when you look at the emphasis that's being put on offense now.
Right.
I mean, it would be an extra position for everybody, to have, an extra hitter in their lineup. And we talk about baseball being boring, right? All these news. My cousins quit playing baseball when they were 13 to play soccer and focus on soccer because it's more entertaining. I have no idea how that works, but okay, good luck with that one. Apparently, soccer moves faster than baseball.
Right.
Whatever, if you say so. But baseball's too boring. What's going to make baseball not boring? Offense, right? All these, runs, home runs, offensive explosion. NFL figured it out. Points. People like it.
Yeah.
Baseball, it's going to work the same way.
They
If
just
you-
got to make the games
create
quicker.
extra
I
offense.
remember,
They gotta make the games
I
quicker,
remember
man.
a lot of during that World Series run with the Yankees and Phillies. I remember a lot of people were breaking my stone saying that, it's not right. You guys have a DH. Well, it's not the Yankees' fault that they have a DH
Yeah,
when
I
they're in the AL. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It should be in both leagues.
Well,
It
yeah,
should-
and at this point, when the American League's had it for 43 years,
right.
I mean, come on, seriously.
You
At some point,
definitely gotta have it in both leagues.
yeah, it would be crazy at some point to think that it's just not going to become that way.
Right.
And you got, again, I just gave you 2 arguments. There's multiple angles to this that people could just, keep coming up with for why it should happen. I
Right.
think at some point it's just going to end up happening because MLB is going to be handcuffed and the rules committee will go with it. It's kind of, for me, it'd be like one of those rules like running over the catcher at home plate that changed a couple years back. I still don't like it. Baseball purists don't like it. But it's one of those things that the
Buster
game.
Posey's just a baby, man.
I agree. Listen,
He's a
listen.
good player,
When
man.
Johnny Bench told him, if you would have positioned yourself correctly, it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, I know.
It's on Posey position himself better. But it's
Yeah.
one of those things. The game's adapted. They've changed that rule. They don't want guys running each other over at home plate anymore. Whether we like it or not, it's that
Stupid.
way. That's the
Stupid.
way it is. This is one of those rules that eventually is going to change.
Every
for a
major
similar
league
reason.
sports
Let's
game
move.
is so
Let's move to
soft.
like the NFL rules. You guys like the
I like the horse
touchback.
collar.
Well, how about the touchback? The 25-yard line.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty nuts.
I
I mean, it don't matter 5 yards.
I'll continue to take shots at Roger Goodell. He's not going to be happy until defense doesn't exist
5
anymore.
yards is gonna be big when you're down a touchdown. You have like a minute and 30 seconds left. 5 yards is pretty
Right.
big.
He's not going to be.
Going off the kickoff.
We might as well just put the ball at the 50-yard line. Everybody gets started at the 50-yard line. We're going to score 100 points a game like the Arena Football League. This is what it's going to get at some point for Roger Goodell. This is how in love he is
I
with
think the
offense.
NFL
Right.
should go to
Like
college
the horse
rules
collar rule that
overtime.
you're talking about. How much more like in the favor of the offense do we have to like make these rules?
Now,
Like you can't even
what do they
breathe on a receiver anymore,
let me
right?
ask you a question. What do they enforce? I didn't really read into it, but
If
what
you
the new
grab
horse
where
collar
your
rule-
name is, if you
Yeah.
grab on your name, it's a horse collar.
No,
automatically.
You remember before with the horse collar rule? you had
yeah,
to
I
get
know,
the
I
hand
know what
inside
I
the
know what
shoulder
a
pad.
horse collar is. I'm saying, is it a 15-yard penalty? Did they?
Right, it's
Okay.
a
It's the
15
same
yard.
thing.
It's
They
the
just
same
upped it.
penalty,
Okay.
but instead of having to get your hand inside the
It's the
shoulder
nameplate
pads
now.
now,
How about
you could just
how
grab
about-
the back of the
all right,
jersey,
how about
the
hair?
nameplate.
How about
Oh,
dread?
that's still in the play.
It's still in the play?
It's a part
Okay.
of you, yeah.
Yeah, that would be considered part of the jersey.
Yeah.
So apparently that's fine. Which you would think that's stupid if we're going to sit here and make the nameplate on the back of the jersey part of the horse collar rule. I would think the hair would have to be, but
Yeah.
that might be NFL's way of saying, hey, if you want to have long hair, that's at your own risk.
Yeah.
And
Right.
that's the only way we're going to force guys to cut it is if they're tired of somebody pulling them down.
And
by it.
it's kind of zero tolerance with what happened like with Odell Beckham and Norman. Now they're ejecting players.
Yeah, after 2 fouls.
You know what I mean?
No, I like that,
I like it too.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to
Come
show
on,
some play. You
man.
can't be keeping. I know you play
Football,
hard. One thing
bro.
about playing hard,
It's football.
but when you keep on,
Come
keep
on.
on throwing
and we had
punches,
this conversation.
Might as well just make it touch
And
football.
we had
throwing punches.
We had this conversation. We had this
Might as well
conversation,
make it
Ralph.
rough touch.
We had
Come
this
on now. Pick a
conversation.
game.
No, we had this conversation though,
Stupid,
Ralph.
dude.
Football's never
Stupid.
been about intentionally hurting people. If you're going out of your way, like Aqib
Yeah.
Talib was in the Super Bowl, and he admitted it after the game. Yeah, I was trying to knock him out the
came
game.
out and said it.
EJ, I was trying to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
If you're going out of your way to try to hurt somebody, that's a problem. That's never been what this game has been about. Okay, and the Ronnie Lott, Brian Dawkins, the top safeties, the biggest hard hitters and tough guys to ever play this game will tell you that.
And I'm all about off the line. I understand they should kind of change this rule up. Like off the line, you should actually okay, hands to the face, maybe first play of the game, punch the guy in the mouth, tell him it's going to be a long game because that's playing hard. But as far as completely swinging and give this guy uppercuts,
Yeah, that was.
that's crazy. That's just crazy.
Aqib Talib was trying to behead guys in that
Yeah.
Super Bowl, and that got a little bit out of. And I think he got 3 personal fouls in that game. There was a time in the first half where you were like, somebody needs to sit him down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if he's not ejected, like his coaches need to sit him down and take a seat. Get your head back on your shoulders, and I'll get you back out there because he was out of control.
The
So I like
NFL's a
that rule.
soft sport. The
Well,
baseball league.
no kidding. Roger
Hockey's about to be a soft
Roger
sport.
Goodell.
Basketball is the biggest softest sport.
Roger Goodell loves
if
offense.
LeBron drives the lane and my fingernail touches him,
Oh,
it's a foul.
that's like Crosby too.
It's terrible,
Same
dude.
thing. I mean,
You see Oshie punch him in the face.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you
Love
another
it.
rule real quick. When for icing, if you're dumping the puck all the way down there, remember the defense.
Why are we talking
Well,
hockey?
defensemen used to be able to get smashed. Now it's automatically whistle before they even touch the puck.
Yeah,
That's
it's terrible.
bullcrap.
There's only one time where it's acceptable to talk hockey on this station. It's when the hockey happy hour is going off on Tuesdays. Other than that, nobody listens to any of the hockey talk on this station.
It's so good.
We've got a day
I know, I
designated
love
for it.
I
It's
love Matty's
Tuesdays.
show. I love what Matty.
We've got a day designated for it. We don't talk about it any other time. There's a reason for it. People would rather hear us talk about the Eagles than they would about the Flyers.
Well,
I'm
of
just
course.
saying.
I mean,
What?
Eagles are number
Yeah,
one.
I know.
The
It's
Flyers
crazy.
are in a playoff position right now.
No, I'm telling-
and we're talking
and
about
that
the
should tell you
Eagles.
something. That should tell you what the ratings for
Oh,
people.
man.
Football gets people to want to listen. It does. People, our numbers show it, Ralph. We're talking football. People pay attention. If we're talking Eagles, people pay attention. They chime in. They want to hear it. So you can keep being a hater over there all you want. When we talk more hockey, with your hockey puck for a brain, okay? And we'll, me and Sean, we'll talk big boys. We'll be the big boys over here and talk football and produce ratings. Okay.
Let's go. All right.
You can take a
so
back
let's talk
seat.
about this. Talk about this draft.
Yes, exactly.
Let's get into the
We're
draft.
brought to you
The
by Obie's
draft.
Catering, changing the world one dish at a time. Contact Chris O'Brien at 856-534-8410. Email cateringbyobie@yahoo.com. Follow them on Facebook. Got a new Facebook page at Catering by Obies, and tell them Tom Arnone sent you, and you'll get 20% off. I've been working out, and for some reason, I feel like my pants are tighter than they were, like, last time I wore them. And considering I was 125 pounds, I kind of have some weight to put on. It's not that hard for me to gain weight.
Mhm.
So now I feel
Speaking
like
of getting
everything's tight.
your pants getting tighter, the Flyers playoff position is getting a little tighter.
Yes. And I bet you, I don't even have to wait to see what happens. I can look into my crystal ball right now, and I'll tell you exactly how this whole scenario plays out, because it's been the same scenario for like the last 15 years now. So,
What's going to happen? What's your crystal ball?
well, even if they're lucky enough to sneak into the playoffs, we're not winning diddly squat to begin with. So all you Flyers fans with your hockey pucks for Brandon, yes, you're in that list, Mr. Watson.
Of course.
You're all going to get so fired up. I'm all fired up.
What round?
Ooh, I'm all
round?
excited.
What round?
Oh, the Flyers make the playoffs. We're going to get hot, and we're going to make a run to the Stanley Cup. And then they're going to get eliminated in the first round. They might get swept out the damn building. And all of you, it's okay because we weren't supposed to be here anyway, because that's what you root for.
I think they're going to
sneak in and get hot at the right time.
I think they're going to get the 7th seed. I think they're going to avoid the Caps. I do.
This is not going to help them. They can get they get the 7th seed, the 8th seed. Come on.
7th seed.
This is the delusional thing I'm talking about with you Flyers
I'm
fans.
I'm serious.
So they get the 7th seed, and then
they're
going
3 points away from that.
and then they're going to take it to the Stanley Cup.
I didn't.
Then we're going to go win
I
something.
never said Stanley Cup.
We better be lucky to even win a game in the playoffs.
No way. Now you're crazy.
Get swept out the building.
No, yeah, definitely. No way.
I want to know what you Flyers fans have been
No
smoking
way.
for the last 20 years.
They've been beating good teams, man.
We've got to get into the Eagles, but for one minute,
Let's go.
because I was talking with Matt pre-show, and the one thing I just don't understand with you're a Yankees fan, right?
Yeah.
And then you're a Flyers fan.
Yeah.
These organizations have been run with like polar opposite styles for years.
Well,
George Steinbrenner would spend $230 million every year to make sure we got the best team.
I grew up as a Yankees fan.
Well, I
had a guy that lived with me that was Yankees.
This is what I just don't understand about it. Like the Yankees every single year, even when they already had the best team, if they hadn't won the World Series the year before, even though they had all this talent, it was we're making sure we're spending whatever money we need to do to have the most talented team in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, the Flyers
they're mediocre right now. The Yankees are mediocre.
I'm talking
Honestly, they're mediocre.
I'm talking about when George Steinbrenner was there. You go back 10 years, and that was still their policy.
Well, he wanted to buy the best free agents on the market.
For all those years, and that's how they won all those World Series, right? Now, meanwhile, you got the Flyers, and the Flyers have been stuck in this.
Well, they tried back in 2004. They did. They went out and
they tried, right?
They tried.
Not to the level where the Yankees tried, because the Yankees try and they bring in everybody.
Well, the thing about baseball, Bud, there's no cap. In hockey, there's a cap. There's a salary cap. It's $39 million salary cap.
I got you.
In Major League Baseball, I can go out and get. I can go out and get anybody who I want in free agent.
My point is the idea and the thought process behind how you build a team. The Yankees take it as we're doing. All our resources are into putting the most talented team we can find out there on the field. Where the Flyers, it seemed to have been in this idea forever and ever and ever up until now when Hextall finally they're building towards something.
They're building.
We're trying to get a solid team, but we play flyer hockey, and we got a 7 seed and an 8 seed, and we'll sneak into the playoffs, get hot, make them under the Stanley Cup, and woo, successful season.
They did it 5 years ago.
Makes no damn sense to me.
He did 5 years.
I'd rather be the Yankees, wouldn't you? I want to put the best damn team out there on the ice.
It's hard to do that because there's a salary cap. I can't go out and say, hey, can I get Alex Ovechkin? Hey, Capitals, you want to trade Alex? Hey, Red Wings, you want to trade Pavel Datsyuk? Hey, you want to trade Sidney Crosby?
It's kind of
true. No, it's not true.
We can't do that.
That's a bunch. I'm pushing my bullshit button. It's hard to build the best team.
It's hard.
Are you kidding me? That's so what's just because it's hard to build the best team? Everybody in the front office gets a break when they don't do it. That's your damn job. I understand it's hard. That's what you're getting.
Brian Hextall did it with the Kings, obviously, and won 2 Stanley Cups out of it.
Good. Well, he needs to do it here.
And he might.
Great. And
it could happen.
And when we start seeing the results, we'll come back to this conversation.
Deal.
Right.
I'm just talking about pre-Ron Hextall era, what I saw in this organization.
Well, we'll talk in a couple years.
Yeah, a couple years.
Notice I said a couple years.
Couple years.
I'm trying to be a realist as much as possible. I am.
Yeah, it's at least you're realistic. I'm like this one over here.
A couple years.
Mr. 50 Philly wins. Enough.
Nah, you're going to get 70.
We're talking the Eagles and their NFL draft needs. At least we're finally talking the Eagles. That was fun, though. We were supposed to be talking to the Eagles right away, and we got into all that. That was fun. Fun first 15 minutes.
It's usually better before the show, though.
Yeah.
Wish we had cameras in here.
Oh, hothead moment of the week. I'm not sure if it's happened yet. It might have. I called you with a hockey puck for brains, and I got all like giddy when acting like I was a Flyers fan. That might have been our hothead moment of the week.
Ezekiel Elliott. How about that?
Oh, by the way, bring that up. I was going to bring it up. I heard he's having a drug problem. They're looking into doing research. No, seriously.
He goes to Ohio State. That shouldn't surprise you.
I'm hearing right now that all the top 10 teams
it up.
are looking at right now. They're looking at his history when it comes to the drug issues, when it comes to the party issues, because they don't want another Johnny Manziel on their hands.
So that's a good piece of information, because our title, as you've been able to see on Facebook, is Eagles NFL Draft Needs. And our Twitter question of the day is, what is the biggest position of need for the Eagles in the draft?
Wide receiver.
And this kind of more centers around, I guess, the number 8 overall pick than it necessarily does,
wide receiver.
Just talking in general. What? Because we need
Stanley's
a quarterback.
the pick.
Yeah, we do need a quarterback.
Stanley's the pick.
But we're not taking them at 8. So this more revolves around.
Or your boy, or Hargraves.
Let's waste an that's overall draft pick to an offensive line.
To tell you the truth, more and more I think about it, I truly don't think. And I would love to have a Treadwell, because I think the Giants are going to get Treadwell.
Yeah,
I just don't think the Eagles are going to draft him.
Yeah, that's why I'm with Sean. I would love to have him, but as I said this kind of last week, if you had to give me Treadwell or Hargraves, and you say, okay, which one do you think the Eagles are more likely to draft? I say it's Hargraves because of their history and the way they approach this. I just think for them, the defensive back position is going to be looked at as way more valuable at this moment than wide receiver.
Especially with Jimmy
They
Schwartz.
like what they have at wide receiver with Matthews and with Huff and with Aguilar. And even though I'm not a fan really of any of them except Matthews at this moment, that's how they're going to view it.
Right.
And now with Maxwell out the picture, we have no depth in our defensive backfield. We need a legitimate defensive back. Hargraves, I think, is that player. He's shut down. He's going to be a stud. You mentioned Jim Schwartz. Love the way he coaches guys up. I really think Hargrave's that pick. Now, this question's kind of centered around what's the bigger position of need, and would that be offensive line?
100%. Yep.
Would that be defensive back, or would that be something else?
I have to say offensive line, just because, look, you're having Brooks in there. Jason Peters, if you get one more year
you can
out of
always
Jason
get an
Peters,
offensive lineman in the second
not
round, the third round,
not
the
like
fourth
this,
round, the
because
fifth round,
I'm listening. All right,
round,
what Ray Dinger. I'm listening. What
You're
Ray?
going to be wasting another draft.
Listen,
pick
I'm listening. What Ray Dinger has to say. Ray Dinger he said that this draft is really, really thin when it comes to. It's a professional game, but if Stanley stays healthy, you're going to have this cat for 10 to 12 years.
I hear
for a
you.
decade, bro.
And again, I don't think you can go wrong with Stanley, but for me, the bigger position of need would still be defensive back, and it's what I keep talking about, especially now that we just drafted Brandon Brooks, or not drafted, just signed Brandon Brooks.
Right.
I look at our offensive line now. Okay,
we're solid offensive line.
I think we're solid.
Yeah, we don't
Lane
need
Johnson,
one, man. It's between
Brandon
Treadwell
Brooks,
and freaking.
Well, you're gonna have Kelsey
Kelsey, Lane Johnson, Brandon Brooks, Jason Peters. You're left with one position that you need to fill. Okay, I don't need to go fill that position with the 8th overall pick in the draft. I feel like we've got absolutely nobody in our defensive backfield. We have zero depth back there.
It's Treadwell.
Well, no. What about
right now? It's Elliott.
as far as McLean and
Ezekiel Elliott.
Listen, our safeties are going to be fine. Just like what happened last year.
That's okay. That's safe. Yeah,
safeties are fine. You're talking. Yeah,
we're talking about cover. We're talking about.
Okay. What about? All right. Listen.
Like talking about coverage. As far as people cover wide receivers.
You just brought in what's the name they just signed? Nolan Carroll. They got for 1 year.
Yeah, but, Nolan Carroll. He's an okay player.
What are you going to do?
Depth, but he's not a 1 or a 2. If I have to, but he's not a 1 or a 2.
How about Brandon Boykin? He's still out there.
He's not a 1 or a 2
I'm
either.
just saying, bring him back in to help.
I get what you're saying, but all of those guys, all that gives me is depth. I still don't have anybody who I can stick on the other team's number 1 receiver and say, yeah, you're my guy. Go cover him. I've got a bunch of 3s. So what? At best, if we've got a bunch of, number 3 or number 4 cornerbacks and they're all we've got one of them, we got Nolan. If Nolan Carroll's covering the other team's best wide receiver, we're screwed. I mean, we're absolutely screwed.
They got big on row. They're big on Eric Rowe right now.
Okay, great, and maybe he could turn into a superstar, but we don't know that, right?
We don't know that.
You know,
He only had
and he's-
7 games under his belt.
he only had 7 games.
Yeah.
And of all the defensive backs we have, Rowe's actually the one I'm most confident about. Like, okay, I like Rowe more than Nolan Carroll for me. He's a 3 at best.
Treadwell.
You know what I mean? So
Treadwell.
I'm going Hargraves. You continue want to go Treadwell.
The kid's gonna be stuck.
I'm going to tell you.
I think he is going to be a stud.
The Giants are going to grab him at 10. I could tell you.
Yeah,
that
and they're gonna win multiple NFC championships, and we're gonna be looking.
God,
we're
he's
sitting
Odell
there
on one
with a-
side,
with a
Trevo on the
bust
other, and
corner.
Victor and a healthy Victor Cruz
Yeah,
in the
dude, it's
slot.
gonna be
Wait,
terrible.
hold on. So you think Vernon Hargraves is going to be a bust?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be that good.
Look, you can't even say what a
He's
straight
like-
face
he's
is. He's over there
smiling.
smiling.
He's smiling over there.
So it's like Vernon Hargraves is going to be a bust. So Andrew Luck's the next Mark Sanchez. Vernon Hargraves is going to be a bust. Who else? Oh, Mike Trout stinks.
I was joking around about that though.
It's like,
Oh, he said Tom Brady. Remember he said Tom Brady's
Brady-
overrated?
Tom Brady's overrated. Who else was
I was
overrated?
joking about Tom
Oh,
Brady.
I
and
know
Mike
you
Trout.
had to
Who did he
be.
just say was overrated right now? Robinson Cano's overrated.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yes, Robinson
Jeez,
Cano's overrated.
Ralph. Ralph's always a joy to work with. Ralph loves pushing people's
Robinson
buttons.
Cano's overrated, dude.
Robinson Cano's a stud.
He only went to Seattle because of the money.
Well, he got a
Well,
lot of
hey,
money.
listen,
He got, what, 260
First of all,
mil or something?
300.
Seattle
300 something.
Seattle's-
Broke it.
Wow.
Broke
Seattle's
it.
a beautiful city. If you paid me $250 million just to come and be in Seattle, I'd be like, yeah, I think I'll come.
Well,
Absolutely.
it's kind of depressing. though.
gorgeous.
It's
Rains.
depressing.
It's cloudy. You don't get a lot of sunny days. but-
97.5%
I mean, it's-
rain every day.
No, that's actually a myth. You don't. They don't have a lot of sunny days. It doesn't rain there any more than it does anywhere else in the country per se. But you just don't get a lot of sunny days. It's usually overcast and cloudy. But it's still beautiful. And you think about that region of the country, right?
Yeah. Go hunting,
It's worst places to be.
fishing. I
You know,
guess.
could have signed out in St. Louis where there's nothing. Yeah, just St. Louis.
Well,
Or
literally,
Maine.
literally,
It's in Maine.
literally, there's nothing,
Yeah.
no more football team in St. Louis.
This is the rundown on a2dradio.com. We'll continue our Eagles talk when we come back. We're brought to you by the Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Go to 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-2030. Email sportsoutletnj@comcast.net. Visit their website, sportsoutletinc.com.
You're listening to the worldwide leader of real talk, A2DRadio.com.
This is Head, your dude with the tunes from A to Z Classic Rock. When I'm hungry and in the mood for pizza or killer sandwich, I head to Legends Tap, located at 318 High Street, Burlington, New Jersey. Pleasant atmosphere, delicious pizza, kickin' sandwiches, great iced tea, soda, or if you prefer an adult beverage, they have that also. 318 High Street, Burlington, New Jersey, Legends Tap, the best pizza this side of the Delaware.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by the Sports Outlet, located at 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. With over 40 years of customer experience, giving the latest in uniforms and equipment to sports enthusiasts of baseball, softball, football, basketball, hockey, soccer, and much more. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or send them an email at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit their website at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all of your sporting needs. A2DRadio.com is sponsored by Martino Roofing. With more than 15 years of roofing experience, they have all the services that you need, whether it's new construction, tear-offs, replacements, or re-roofs for your residential or commercial business. They'll provide a detailed service in a timely and professional manner. So you can give them a call for a free consultation at 609-792-5103. Send them an email at martinoroofing@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.martinoroofingllc.com. The number again is 609-792-5103. Martino Roofing.
Hey guys, Rob Povia here from Fantasy Dominance Now and the Hockey Happy Hour with a quick question. Are you in need of a professional home improvement? Then contact Harry's Contracting, 609-638-6336. That's 609-638-6336. No job too big, no job too small. The owner, Harry Ernst, is a fully licensed general contractor. Tile work, bathroom and kitchen remodeling, and just about everything else. No matter what you need, Harry will leave your home looking as beautiful as ever. Harry's Contracting offers free estimates, and if you mention A2D Radio during the estimate, Harry will give you 15% off the quote. Give him the job, tack on another 5% for a total of 20% savings off his already insane low prices. So contact Harry's Contracting today, 609-638-6336, or email harryscontractimprovements@gmail.com. Harry's Contracting, insane home improvements.
You're listening to The Rundown, only on A2DRadio.com.
This is The Rundown on A2DRadio.com. We're live in the Legends Tap Studios, the best pizza this side of the Delaware. Go to 318 High Street, Burlington, New Jersey. Give them a call at 609-386-3001. Follow them on Facebook at Legends Tap. Talking Eagles positions of need heading into the draft. What is the biggest position of need? I'm going defensive back. Sean's going offensive line.
Offensive line, yeah.
Ralph, I mean, not that
receiver.
Not that.
No,
You know,
Well, I like it how we actually all agree on different positions.
Yeah.
Because it would
not that we really pay attention to
Well,
what Ralph has to say or his opinions anyway.
I just think it would be dumb if we all agreed on the same thing. You know what I mean? Because then we wouldn't really have nothing to talk about.
Ralph just kind of sits over there and waits for me and you to get close to punching each other in the face, and then he jumps in. Okay, there's too much tension going on there. This is what I think.
Yeah.
And then we've all got to kind of sit back and listen to Ralph because we've got to calm down.
Well, Ralph throws a freaking monkey wrench in the well. I mean,
Yeah, Ralph just likes to push buttons for no reason. That's why I wanted to bring you in here, partner. I remember it was just me and Ralph doing a show. It was back during football season, and he was really, I wasn't joking before the break. Yeah, he's pissing me off. He keeps going. He's calling Andrew Luck the next Mark Sanchez. He's like, I think Andrew Luck will be the next Mark Sanchez. I'm telling you, he had a couple good years. I was like, first of all, Mark Sanchez didn't have any good years. He threw like 26 interceptions.
and he had an unbelievable defense.
For like 14 touchdowns his first year.
He had two of the top 5 best corners at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? His offense,
the running game was phenomenal.
His defensive line was outrageous.
And Rex Ryan could out game plan any coach in the game. And they kind of they caught lightning in a bottle at the right times. Plus they lucked out and
they like to run the ball
with a couple. Well, they did, but they lucked out with a couple of their paths through the playoffs. They didn't really have to play a couple of powerhouses. Remember they played the Bengals the one year.
Which that team's still a mess.
Yeah, they beat the most legitimate team. I think they beat Indianapolis. They beat the Colts in Indianapolis the one year. Like that was probably their most legit road win.
Right.
They tried to beat the Patriots out the door. The Patriots ended up going to the Super Bowl. So but he was pulling that. Andrew Luck's going to be the next Mark Sanchez. I was like,
what happened with Ryan was as soon as he started guaranteeing wins, that's when he started when he's losing. Don't start guaranteeing because then teams are really going to. I mean, they're obviously playing hard to win, but they're really going to play hard to win if you start guaranteeing.
Rex Ryan, he just needed. I mean, he got personality, but he needed to kind of tone that and focus more on the game plan side of it because he's a phenomenal football coach. Like I said, that could out game plan anybody. And he's actually, if you could let me hire any coach at the moment right now to be my head coach, Rex Ryan's the guy I would want.
Right. Like
that's how much I really think of him because Belichick you're obviously not getting. So if you really had to say realistically, what coach in the NFL at the moment would you love to be your head coach? It's Rex Ryan for me. You might get me with a guy like a Mike Tomlin and a John Harbaugh, but Rex Ryan, that's how high I think it. If you gave the guy a quarterback, he would have already won a Super Bowl. And he just never had one. Think about it, he's winning games with Tyrod Taylor out in Buffalo for God's sakes. So yeah, but that's Ralph just likes to push those buttons. Andrew Luck and Mark Sanchez, and
Sammy Watkins.
obviously Sanchez was a hot topic at the time since he was about to take over as our quarterback. I'm so glad we finally learned from that. I remember telling people, I was like, nope, because you can't fool me, because I'm not an idiot. Like, you can polish up a turd all you want, it's still a damn turd. Like, you're not going to fool me into thinking that Mark Sanchez is going to take us anywhere. Like, I knew what Mark Sanchez was going to give me.
I actually had high hopes on him when he came in. I was like, yeah, they're going to win the Bucs.
I know you did.
The Bucs and Lions game. They're going to go 2-0, and then we're going to meet the playoffs.
And I tried to tell you, I was like, nope. Mark Sanchez, he's a loser, and like this. I don't mean to be mean, but what happens, you know this about losers. If you're a loser, like you show up in an environment and like the loser just like kind of steams off you, right? It just comes soaking out of your pores and it becomes contagious. So when you have a loser playing quarterback, your team's going to lose. Like he's a loser, and that's why he's never.
Zach, can I tell you something?
Never taken a team anywhere.
That Miami Dolphins game when Mark Sanchez when Mark Sanchez was coming to the game after Bradford got hurt. I was actually sitting in the family section, so you couldn't really bash anybody. But all of a sudden, you see,
I would.
All of a sudden,
I'm from Philly. All of a sudden,
you see these these
the
fans that are
team.
getting up and they're clapping. Mark Sanchez. I went up turning.
I know.
My buddy Steve. I said, "Yo, we're in trouble."
Yeah.
We are in trouble. We were winning, 19-3? 19-3.
And for such an intelligent fan base.
Oh, man.
And Ralph will tell you this because this kept being my angle when we were doing the show. For such an intelligent fan base, I can't understand. Like, I've never seen people infatuated with a loser so much between Tim Tebow and Mark Sanchez. I've never seen people been so infatuated with losers. Like that. Like Mark Sanchez is like, he's Team Tebow in that way. Like the guy stinks. He's always stunk. He's never been good.
Tim Tebow would have been a good tight end.
People
I
love
think
him.
he would have been a good tight end. Tim Tebow. If they would have, he didn't want to go to be a tight end. And obviously, in college he was all.
He could have been a better fullback, something like that.
Whatever,
too,
because you know what, his workout, believe it or not, his workout was unbelievable. Like they had a video of him, pulling a truck.
Think about it, as scary as it is to the people that were all excited about Mark Sanchez, those were the same people that were so excited when Tim Tebow signed here and actually legitimately, realistically were trying to say Tim Tebow's going to be our quarterback.
They paid $100 to buy his jersey. Oh, my God.
I sat here and listed all the quarterbacks that came out of college that had college football quarterbacks. Tim Tebow's a college football quarterback. Mark Sanchez, college football quarterback.
There are two different, Leaf. We can go back. We can go back to Leaf and Peyton Manning. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
I'm done with Tim Tebow. How about not Tim Tebow? Hopefully, look, the guy needs to stay at the SEC network. Hopefully, he's gotten his last damn shot in the NFL. Guy has got 9 lives. He's like a damn cat. He's got 9 lives, for God's sake. But I was done with him when I found out he was dating one of the Duggar girls. If they're 18 kids and counting or 21 kids and counting.
Yeah, he might be dating them.
Yeah, he was dating one of the Duggar girls, one of the Duggar daughters, apparently.
From my understanding, bro, he's still a virgin. So
why do you think he was dating one of the Duggar daughters? Don't you understand their crazy religion out in Arkansas?
Yeah,
they're not even allowed to hold hands until they get engaged, for God's sakes, in the relationships their parents set them up with. And then they got the pecker toucher older son that was working for the government, molesting his own siblings.
Oh man,
weirdo!
Oh, I didn't hear about that. What happened with that?
Yeah, he's a weirdo. He works for the U.S. government. It's like in the family planning department. And this is the dude, like the oldest son of the 21 kids and counting family that's on TLC. Because, TLC, like, America loves watching all these weirdos. They got all the weird shows with the midgets and the, and the everything. And the 21 kids and counting family. And America loves it, Remember they had John and Kate +8 at one point, right? And America loves it. Right, and that's it. And the Duggar family, and they got the oldest son that's working for the family planning department of the U.S. government. And it came out that he molested his own younger siblings when he was growing up.
Oh my
weirdo!
God.
And Tim Tebow's dating his sister.
No.
So she's already been touched.
How about the butt fumble? Remember that for Sanchez?
We got to take a break for station identification before I get us fired.
You're listening to A2D Radio. A2D Radio. A2D Radio. At A2DRadio.com.
This is the rundown on A2DRadio.com. I think we've officially gone off the rails. It happened early on today, too. Oh, good
There
Lord.
it is.
God, I can't believe you're showing me that right now.
Chase Daniel, number 10,
Chase
Eagles
Daniel,
jersey.
number 10 jersey.
We've gone off the rails. We're talking about pecker touchers, like everything else.
Here
Tim
you go.
Tebow dating the daughter.
I just got an alert.
crazy Arkansas family.
On this date in history, Wayne Gretzky scored his 802nd goal, breaking Gordie Howe's NHL record. I had to put that in.
I know you had to just because it was
I had
hockey
to.
related. You had
I
to
had
throw it
to.
in there again.
The great one.
Oh, The Rock. Oh, that's not who you were talking
The Rock.
That's definitely the other great one. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the rundown. We're brought to you by Romeo's Termite and Pest Control, your local pest control provider. Family owned and operated business, 856-341-3927. Visit their website, romeospestcontrol.com. Make sure you give Mark Romeo. Check out Mark Romeo on Facebook. You can find his page. Mark Romeo is the owner of Romeo's Termite and Pest Control. Big supporter and follower of everything we do here at a2dradio.com. Great guy, and that's his business and local pest control provider. Our local pest control provider here at A2D Radio. I might have to give them a call because we've got an ant problem at my house. I don't know if anybody else here is having issues at the moment, but I guess the temperature's changing. It's going from winter into spring.
Mm-hmm.
Ants are all over my damn house. They're crawling out from the dishwasher and behind the counters. I feel like it's that what was that old horror movie with the cockroaches coming out of everywhere? Anybody remember that old is a horror flick or something where the cockroaches were coming out of the drains of the
Well,
sink?
they're actually you had
calling
them
out the
little
toilet.
round. Well, you had them little round cans that you just sit up on the table and
They don't work. We just put some we put the ant poison and sprayed all the ant poison and everything in there, and they're still crawling out the woodwork. So you can't kill these bastards. Like cockroaches, for God's sake. Cockroaches and ants, the only two species that can survive nuclear bombs and shit. It's crazy.
I know, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
We can't kill them. I was like, no. I was trying to make chili earlier. I was
about-
afraid they were going to infest my chili.
How about mice? Any mice problem?
No. I would leave. If there was mice, I'd act like
I'll
a little.
burn my house down.
Yeah, I'd be a little bitch. I'd be out that house so damn quick.
Yeah.
That's a mouse! I'd be running. It'd be no good.
Dude, I was at the airport and one time I was walking by and I had a trash can. And I was throwing something in the trash can. And I'm not exaggerating. I thought it was a freaking cat coming out. It was gigantic.
There was a big, hairy, stinky rat.
Rat.
Ew.
Oh my God, dude. It was gigantic, dude. I thought it was going to eat me.
You're looking you're getting there.
I thought it was
Big,
going to
hairy, stinky rat right over here in front of us. Ralph Dellavecchio.
Oh, man.
No, it was a mouse. That would you see?
No, this wasn't a mouse. This
Well,
was
it's a rat. See, even better.
Yeah.
See, you would have. Everybody's seen Ridiculousness, right? You would have had me on one of those Ridiculousness videos.
This is down the airport.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Anybody that's seen Ridiculousness with Rob Dyrdek, and when they show their online videos, and they got a category like that where people getting scared, that would have been me. You would have seen me jump so far back, so high. I would have been so scared. You would have thought I was a little girl all of a sudden. It would have been. At least I would have been famous.
It was
right?
3:15 in the morning,
be on
bro. It
Ridiculousness.
was 3:15 in the morning.
I probably
Pitch
would have
black
punched
dark.
you in the
Oh,
face.
dude, crazy.
So I gotta have a knife in my pocket at all times for reasons like that. Why do you carry a knife? Not because I'm scared of getting robbed, because if a rat pops out out of nowhere in the middle of the night, I need to defend myself. I'm just scared.
Treadwell.
Jesus,
That's what I'm saying.
Treadwell. It's like he has a nervous.
I know.
Like a nervous tick. Treadwell. It's great.
Treadwell. Yeah.
You should get one of them remake songs.
He's
Ralph.
he's got
Put it on YouTube. Treadwell.
He's got Tourette's. So he's like Bill Murray from Groundhog Day.
Listen. If the Eagles drafted Treadwell, I wouldn't be upset.
Kid's gonna be a superstar.
Let's put it that way. I would not
And
be
he's
upset.
going to go to the Giants and win multiple
I'm
championships.
just well, I mean the Giants
the
always.
Giants would need a quarterback
Giants
to
always
replace
draft
Eli.
well.
Yeah, Chad Kelly.
Who?
Chad Kelly.
If Chad Kelly goes to the Giants, I
multiple
might
NFC
you might not see my skinny white ass anymore.
If that
I might
happens-
officially slit my own throat.
if that happens, I guess it's time to change teams and go to out to the Bay with the 49ers with my boy Chip Kelly. You know,
Oh.
already a Lakers fan, might as well make
Hey,
make
Ralph,
the transition all the way out to the West
Ralph,
Coast.
I wish you were with me that day that I saw him at the gas
I
station.
know, dude.
Because you'd be right there. You'd be, hey, Chip. Oh, Chip.
Let me get like a 10-day contract. Just to be the coach.
Chip.
Yeah.
Let me get your autograph, Chip. Let me get a picture. I can't believe it's
Greatest
Chip
coach-
Kelly.
Greatest coach the Eagles ever had.
It's Chip Kelly.
Now you're
Let me
being
get
crazy.
a picture.
Now he's really smoking something. Yeah, you need to get him drug tested.
We do.
Greatest coach the Eagles ever had, he just said.
I plead the fifth when it comes to drug testing.
Do you know what I'm saying? He's on some kind of loopy stuff, man.
1 year with his own players and he gets you jacked out of the city. Go Eagles.
Is you got some over there on your person at
He's
the moment?
not
Like,
the
is it in your pocket? That's what the show. The only thing this show's missing at the moment.
How about a guy named Dick Vermeil?
Yeah, he sucked,
that
too.
took the Eagles to a Super Bowl in 1980.
He
lost.
Right? That
lost.
went to another Super Bowl with the Rams
Listen, you're not
and
a winner.
won the
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Listen.
How about Dick Vermeil?
Listen,
Yeah, Dick Vermeil
sucks.
came out of retirement.
He didn't get the ring. He's
Like,
not
How
a good
about
coach.
Yes, he
Andy?
did.
You said
He
the
won a ring
best
with the
coach the
Rams.
Eagles ever had. How about
Okay, he
Andy?
didn't get one with the Eagles.
Well, how about Andy Reid that went to 5 NFC
did he win?
He went to a Super Bowl.
Okay, then he's not a winner.
Chip
in his defense-
went to one playoff.
In his defense, I mean, Donovan didn't help him
Listen,
at all in that
one
Super
year
Bowl.
with his guys
to get
and
the
you
ring.
jack him out of the city, bro. Come on
He
now.
destroyed high power.
Look, we're back to this. Like he's back to defending Chip Kelly and wanting him to still be the head
Zach,
coach.
Zach, did he or did he not destroy a high power offense?
He
Dude, where's Nick Foles now?
Didn't he? Be honest with me. I know you
weren't.
weren't a big Deshaun fan. Be honest with me. Wouldn't you want to see 1 year with Macklin and Deshaun healthy?
no. I think Deshaun's
just-
a cancer.
No, listen, just 1 year of having them two.
No,
going at it. You wouldn't want to see that.
I don't want Deshaun healthy. The only thing worse than a cancer is a healthy cancer. A healthy cancer is even worse than a regular
I
cancer.
just wanted to see 1 year. What if? Because I'm always
Jackson.
going to have a
off
question.
the field. No, I mean on the field, what the guy could do.
We're talking about on the field.
But what
I'm talking about
the
Macklin and
distraction that he
Deshaun
was off
lined
the
up.
field. The distraction that he was off the field outdid anything that he ever could do on the field for you.
But we're talking about Sundays. It's like Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens was distracted, but you know what? Terrell Owens
is a flat-out superstar.
Well, he's the second greatest receiver
Terrell
of all
Owens is a
time.
Hall of Famer.
Right, but what I'm saying is Terrell Owens, I love to see
I
him
put
on
up with
Sunday.
distractions for Hall of Famers.
Well, come on, man. Just 1 year. If you had
Yeah.
1 year,
I bet you guys each $15 that Chip Kelly wins the Super Bowl for the Eagles, though.
I'm on. I'll take that.
$15?
$15. I'm
Okay.
on that.
Listen,
That's fair.
I'm
And
not
then what,
betting
the next-
$15. That's a stupid bet. I
What?
don't care what we're betting about.
Well,
You
in the
could,
next
you
5
could bet me that the
years-
sun will come out tomorrow. I won't take your $15 bet. It's dumb.
How funny would it be if it was overcast and there was no sun? You just
Like
$15.
the $15 bet. Like that's not even a bet. Like we might as well just like
All right, $150.
now
No,
we're
there's-
getting now it's now at least
Whatever,
you get
whatever.
there.
You want- are you-
Make
are
it
you
worth
in on
your
that?
while.
Are you in
I'm
on-
not betting with any of you idiots. I don't bet with idiots.
Well, come on, man. I mean, we're talking about the 49ers right now. I mean, the 49ers, we're not talking about them having freaking Steve Young or having Montana.
But that's why I don't bet with idiots because like at some point this bet's going to turn into something else. He's like, no, it wasn't that they were going to win a Super Bowl before that, and then it's going to like change. I was that they were going to do this, and they were going to have more success than they and actually make it further in the playoffs. And it's going to change because that's what happens. So that happens when you bet with
Chip
stupid
Kelly's gonna
people.
win a Super Bowl for the Eagles, though.
No,
Jesus,
no,
That's
way.
right.
No way.
it's more
That's
likely
right.
he'll win a national championship
That's
than he
right.
before he
That's
wins a
right.
Super Bowl.
Do you know the 40,
Eagles are going
do you know-
downhill, and the 49ers.
Do you
are
know
going
the
uphill.
49ers right now
We
refuse
just
to give
hired
him
a coach that was coaching high school football.
the
6 years ago,
49ers
bro.
right now, and my buddy Mike Slice, okay, is a diehard 49 fan. They refuse to give him the responsibility that the Eagles gave him. They are not going to give him the key at
Doesn't
all.
matter. Who
At
cares?
all.
Let
They
him
saw
coach.
what he did to the Eagles.
Let him coach.
They won't. That's what they're going to do.
And look what he did.
But do
his
not-
first year here.
But
They
do
let him
not.
coach.
But
and they let him
have.
to a
But
playoff.
have more than 8 plays. But have more than 8 plays.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Have more than 8.
the 8 plays.
You know what I
work, I'm
mean?
on the same 8 plays.
Have more than 8
Yeah, but the
plays.
same
I
8
run the
plays
same
didn't
play on
work.
Madden against you.
Well,
Look what
then
happens.
we're talking Madden.
Yeah, but that's the problem. The same 8 plays didn't work. How many times did they run that stupid trap play to the right side or to
Tons.
the left side
Tons.
with DeMarco Murray? And DeMarco Murray, like it's
Well, he's a cancer too.
that's
so.
you don't run a trap play with that guy when he's
DeMarco's
a
a cancer,
downhill
too.
runner. And how many times would they run that trap play? That was like the go-to run
So
play
where do you
where the
think-
guard has to pull from the opposite side.
I am
And it was
going
too
to
slowly
tell you,
developing.
gentlemen, this. One thing I know about Doug Peterson, okay?
He was coaching
He-
high school football. 6
Listen,
years ago.
you're right. 6 years ago. You're
One
so
thing I know
right.
about Doug Peterson is that he did a hell of a job holding a clipboard for Brett Favre. So who knows?
I'm going to tell you what Doug Peterson's going to do.
Yep.
He loves to run it just like Andy Reid. What he's going to do is he's going to have a lot of screen passes. I love, Ralph, I love the screen game.
Mike-
pass.
Michael
I
Irvin-
love the screen game. So I better tell Ryan to get ready for some screen games.
because it's
Michael Irvin was
it's
so right when he
2001
said-
again.
Michael Irvin
Sproles
was so right.
screen game.
Michael Irvin was so right when he said the Eagles did an apology to
Yo,
Andy Reid by signing.
Tell
Doug
Darren
Peterson.
Sproles get ready for the screen game. A
Yeah,
lot of screens.
yeah.
Let's hope not. This is like, come on, like 2001 was like screens like
I love
like screens are so out. Like, come on, dude. We
I
don't
Bro,
love
he
put
was the
screens
offensive
anymore.
coordinator in Kansas City and
Stop.
wasn't even calling the plays, dude.
Stop.
What's that again?
He was the offensive
Well, no, he
coordinator in
he
KC.
no. He did
He-
call the plays. You want to know what play? when he drained 8 minutes, there was 10 minutes left in the game.
Yeah,
he
was
drained 8
calling
minutes
them.
off the clock, and they
Yeah.
were losing to the Patriots.
Yeah,
That's
terrible.
he looked like somebody that knew how to call plays at that moment.
Bill Belichick's like, what are they doing? They're draining 8 minutes off the clock. Bill Belichick goes, we're winning the game, right? Bill Belichick really said that. I didn't know. I had to double check on the score because I thought we were losing. Bill Belichick came out and said that.
Yeah, well.
He quoted.
It's terrible.
He quoted like they had like what are the things called?
Why are we surprised?
The voices. What do they call it?
The mic'd up.
The mic'd up. Bill Belichick goes, oh, "We're winning the game, right?" Because
why are we surprised?
Literally, he really said that because
we're talking about the same coaching staff that couldn't. They couldn't manage a clock in the Super Bowl to save their asses in the biggest game of their life. And we're surprised they didn't do it.
It's terrible,
come on, dude.
8 minutes, 10 minutes left in the game, and they joined 8 minutes off,
Eagles,
and they're
bro.
losing the game.
Told you the Eagles are taking a big step back by letting go Chip.
We'll
but nobody
talk
wants to
March
believe me.
Madness and Phillies Spring Training. No more of this Chip Kelly nonsense that Ralph is
telling you, dude.
presenting at
He's
us.
gonna win a Super Bowl. For
This
the
is the
Eagles.
rundown on a2dradio.com. We're brought to you by Martino Roofing, more than 15 years of roofing experience, proudly serving Seoul, New Jersey, as well as Pennsylvania, Delaware, and the South Jersey area. Give them a call at 609-792-5103. Email martinoroofing@comcast.net. Visit their website, martinoroofingllc.com.
Welcome in to the worldwide leader of what? Real talk, a2dradio.com. This is Tom Arnone, owner and founder of a2dradio.com. What if I told you I knew the best caterer in the business? Well, I'm not going to lie to you. It's Obie's Catering. You can contact Obie's Catering at cateringbyobie@yahoo.com or give Chris O'Brien a call at 856-534-8410. From graduations to wedding rehearsals to just if you need food cooked in your house. He'll do it all. He's trying to change the world one dish at a time. That's Obie's Catering. Chris O'Brien, 856-534-8410. Tell him Tommy A from a2dradio.com sent you, and you get 20% off.
I'm going hungry.
This is Head, your dude with the tunes from A to Z Classic Rock. When I'm hungry and in the mood for pizza or killer sandwich, I head to Legends Tap, located at 318 High Street, Burlington, New Jersey. Pleasant atmosphere, delicious pizza, kicking sandwiches, great iced tea, soda, or if you prefer an adult beverage, they have that also. 318 High Street, Burlington, New Jersey, Legends Tap, the best pizza this side of the Delaware.
Hey, do you need to get your skills in shape? Then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
The rundown only on a2dradio.com.
This is the Rundown on A2DRadio.com. We're brought to you by Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-889-3434. Visit the website, scanzanosports.com. Ralph, I don't know what's so funny. I think he's got some funky stuff over there in his pocket.
It's crazy.
I know it's funny.
What are we talking about? The conversation we had about Frank Vespi during the break? My buddy.
I didn't even know that.
Our friend, Frank Vespi. Always concerned about somebody revealing his identity, even though like nobody even cares. Like,
oh man, it's great.
He claimed that we got to be careful talking about his role with the Eagles while on the air, because if his bosses hear it, he could be out of a job. Like, you're not even the main guy. Like, for those that don't know, Mr. Vespi, since he's not here to stop me, Mr. Vespi is in the entertainment field with the Eagles. He works,
I would ask him if I could just take a picture with just that uniform on. I mean, that's cool. Just take a picture of it, right, Ralph?
He works in the mascot department.
I would like to just take a picture of me with that just one time.
Yeah.
I'll
do you like $50.
Yeah. He works in the mascot department, and apparently he's concerned that, if people know that, that he could lose his job. I don't think anybody
I guess that's
really
like a
cares
mall.
enough.
I guess it's like kind of like a mall Santa Claus.
First of all, really,
you know what I mean?
Come on. Like, everybody knows that. Like, if you're mall Santa, the mall Santa might not tell the kids who he really is, but like everybody that like all of his friends knows that he's the mall Santa on a Saturday.
It's
Johnny,
not like it's Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny from church.
So I wonder where Johnny's at on Saturday. Like, no, Johnny works at the mall as a mall Santa every Saturday morning. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's no secret.
I love it.
Like, there's no secret, Frank. Like, we all know what you do. And it's like the players, I swear, like the players for the Eagles don't even know that he's in the suit. Like, they think it's the main guy. They don't even know it's him.
Listen, is he like all right, if the guy gets sick during the Eagles game, Frank goes in, I guess?
I don't know. I don't think
he's obviously the children's hospital.
He's more of like the public appearance guy. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know what he's concerned about. Like, even if
it's not like he goes to the NovaCare complex.
Yeah, I mean, really.
Oh, let me see what's going on here. You know what I mean? Let's go back to the locker room. Let's go try.
Yeah, I don't know what he's concerned about.
That's funny.
He's Mr. Vespi.
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
He's paranoid for no reason.
Good for him, man.
Yeah,
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, he
depending on how you
got a full ride scholarship.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man.
To wear a giant outfit and suit.
Now, what college did you go?
Western Kentucky.
And
they're the Hilltoppers.
The Hilltops. So what was his
giant, like, fat ass red creature? You ever seen him?
No.
Yeah, it's like this giant fat red creature. Like, it's kind of the perfect creature for him to
full ride though, bro.
Yeah. Well, some of these Division I schools, they'll give you a full ride to be the mascot.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, if like your dream growing up was always to play Division I sports, and then, at like 15, at 15, you realize, like the rest of us that, I'm not good enough to be a professional hockey player. Damn.
So I'm just going to go
I'm just going to go to the Wisconsin and be Bucky the Badger. Like, give me a full ride to come be Bucky the Badger.
Why don't he apply for, what is it, Franklin now? What's the Sixers guy?
Franklin.
Why don't he apply for Franklin? Maybe he'd get in there.
I don't know.
I mean, the attendance, like you say, he might have a shot at that. I mean, of being the man. You know what I mean?
Frank.
I mean, we all know.
I love Frank.
We all know.
I love Frank, but listen.
But we all know there's 40,000 Eagles fans.
Sometimes we just don't ask questions with Frank. Like, he works as a mascot. He works at a radio station, and then he's also a substitute teacher. Like, there's like three completely different mediums,
and they're backups. And they're all backups. All three of them are backups. If you look at it, it's not like Philadelphia 94.1 or everybody or 97.5 to Fanatic where he's having a 4-hour radio show. You know what I mean? He's a backup.
He's a substitute. In all ways. No, he is our main camera guy for high school sports. So that's
I love Frank.
He's the go-to guy when it comes to that.
Okay.
Hopefully he's not listening. He's probably going to want to kill me later. He's going to be all upset. I'm going to have to talk him off a ledge. He's going to be like, you talked all this crap about me on the air. I don't like you anymore. Yeah, it's going to be sad. Hope he's not listening. Maybe he is listening. If you're listening, call in, Frank. Make this conversation even more fun. We'll have him call in.
Right. I just found this out. I mean, that's cool.
Frank's the man, though.
I mean, I'm not knocking the guy. I
I'd-
mean, he
you
got
know,
a full ride scholarship.
I'd love him to
paid
be the
for.
next Philly fanatic.
Yeah.
Be phenomenal.
Treadwell.
You know what, Ralph? I'm going to tell you. Why don't you just write to Jeffrey Lurie
Yeah,
and
right,
Howard
yeah.
Roseman and just say, put right on the slip,
Yes, Laquan Treadwell.
right? Just all you have to put, say,
Laquan
dear
Treadwell.
Jeffrey, dear Howie, and just put
If
big.
you don't
Just
select
put
Laquan
big.
Treadwell with the 8th pick
Yo,
in the first
put
round,
no, put it.
I will become a Dallas Cowboys fan.
No, stop.
If you don't select,
Put, you know what you do? Put like in 50, like what is it? Font 32
Yeah.
or whatever, real big.
Like the biggest
Put an
one.
8-point dot and then put Treadwell right on the bottom of it, like Treadwell
with the 8th pick in
Yeah.
the NFL draft,
Yeah.
the Philadelphia Eagles
And
select
Ralph Delvecchio select.
Laquan Treadwell.
Well,
and just email
I'm
it.
going to let you know a secret.
Jeffrey
I'm going to let
Lurie.
you know a secret. You know, if they draft Treadwell, you know we're not going to hear the end of this, right?
I know.
Why? Oh, from
Him.
Ralph.
We're not going to hear
yeah.
the end of this. You know that, right?
Dude, he's
First
going
of
to be a
all-
superstar, bro.
He is, but you wouldn't even known who he was if I didn't initially tell you about
It's
him.
very true.
So-
I had to do my research, and you guys know your college stuff. I'm not going to lie. So
And then you take Jalen
I
Smith
did a
in
lot
the
of.
third round.
Yeah, I'd
Who?
take Jalen Smith anywhere.
Take Jalen
He's
Smith
dropping to the third round.
Well,
now?
he's got a nerve issue. They found they're concerned
Oh
about.
my
They're concerned
God.
about a nerve
Remember,
issue.
you guys
in his
wanted to
knee.
take him at 13.
Well, that's and then they were concerned about a nerve issue in his knee once he went through his physical at the combine.
Yeah, he's definitely.
So now you might be able to get him in the 6th or 7th round. I mean, he could fall all the way to
That
the
would
tail
be-
end of the draft.
That would be unbelievable.
And you might get a steal out of it.
That would be a steal.
Yeah, it's-
And then you take
then I'm
Connor
definitely
Cook.
taking a flyer on him.
Then you take Connor.
Nobody's
Cook in the
taking Connor Cook.
You're stupid.
I'm stupid. No, I'm stupid. Connor Cook, he was a 5th-year player at Michigan State, a 5th-year senior, and his own teammates didn't even name him the captain of that team. That concerns me. How have you been there for 5 years? You're the 3-year starting quarterback, and they don't name you the captain?
Doesn't matter though, dude.
That's not
Ryan
not
Hoyer.
is that not what the
Ryan
quarterback
Hoyer
position
couldn't get him
is?
to the
I'm
to-
hearing.
to the-
I'm hearing the Eagles' third round draft pick is going to be what's called from Penn State.
Christian Hagenberg.
Hagenberg. Yeah.
I think the Texans take him.
Hackenberg. Yeah.
I
well,
call him Hackenberg.
Well, I'm
I
hearing
think Bill O'Brien takes him in the 1st round.
What?
I think Bill O'Brien overdrafts
Yeah, with
him.
the Texans.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
yeah, they're actually saying that
I think he overdrafts him.
at 22 or something. They got the top 5.
Wait,
pick
no,
and
he
then
just
got
signed Brock
22.
Osweiler, didn't he?
Yeah.
Never mind then. No, he's got his guy. Yeah, but he signed Brock Osweiler.
Yeah, to $87 million.
Yeah, so now
Too
he,
much.
he,
too
he,
much.
he might take Hackenberg in the 3rd round, but
Go right ahead, man. I don't
We'll
care.
see.
Connor Cook.
That's like that Matt Flynn tweeted out. Like that's crazy. Matt Flynn.
No, I'd take Hackenberg in I'd take Hackenberg in the 3rd or 4th round.
I take Connor Cook in the 3rd round.
I didn't think about it because now it's no risk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've already, he's not supposed to be your guy anyway, but I'll take him if he ends up developing into that guy.
Yeah, a 3rd round draft pick.
You know,
yeah, of course.
Hell yeah. He might end up being, when you look at his skill set, he might be, as far as NFL skill sets goes, he might have the best NFL skill set of any of the quarterbacks in the draft. He was just
Hackenberg.
Yeah, he was just hard. I mean, James Franklin was terrible.
The one thing that he did have
Well,
downfall that even Comcast Sportsnet even said that he never had he never had that superstar wide receiver that he could throw to.
And James Franklin, I mean, he's terrible. All the progress Bill O'Brien made with him as a freshman, James Franklin absolutely killed.
Yeah.
How about that? Remember Hackenberg thanked every single person except James Franklin after he announced that he was going pro. I'd like to thank my mom. I'd like to thank my dad. I'd like to thank my teammates. I'd like to thank this coach. I'd like to thank that coach. I'd like to thank this wide receiver. I'd like to thank the strength and conditioning coach. I'd like to thank the peanut vendor for mile 3 at Beaver Stadium. Aren't you missing somebody? Who, James Franklin? Now to hell with him. I don't need to thank him. He sucks. Like, he was thanking peanut vendors before we're thanking James Franklin. Yeah, this tells you something. That guy's just not good. The guy needs to go back to Vanderbilt. You win games at Vanderbilt. It's a crappy program. Come to Penn State. Come on, man. Really?
Well, Penn State is on a downfall, which
Penn State's trying to get back to stable footing, and James Franklin's not going to be the way.
You lost to Temple your first game.
James Franklin's not
Good job,
going to get them back to stable footing.
Good job, buddy.
Temple nearly upset Notre Dame. What are you talking about?
True.
It doesn't mean anything.
Temple's actually
Penn State
their
sucks.
program's actually really spanning big time.
Yeah, they are. They're building a new
big time.
They want to build a new on-campus stadium.
Oh yeah, you should see. Oh my god, it's every day. Temple.
What do you got against Temple? What they suck now too?
Yeah, they suck.
Temple.
They just started making noise until now.
As long as we're not talking
For the
Temple
past
ice
20,
hockey.
for the past 20 years now.
I don't know. Do they have an ice hockey team?
They've got a club team.
Well, I wouldn't know. I don't know.
No, that was an inside
For the
joke.
past 20
Because one of the
years
people
now.
that used to work with us, David Nabo, like every time he would have a show, he would talk about Temple ice hockey. They're not even a legitimate college program.
Right.
They're just a club
That's
team.
what I'm saying.
And he would Temple ice hockey. And he's like, my Temple Owls and their ice hockey program. Yeah, there's a reason he's not here. He's just not good. Some guys sound like this when they talk, and they're just not meant to be on radio, and that's him.
So he sounded like a little kid?
Oh, yeah. He sounds like your 12-year-old. Like,
That's
brother.
what he made it sound like.
Yeah, that's what he's exactly. Matt, I'm not lying, right? Yeah, we're taking shots at everybody. We're almost an hour in. Nobody's safe at this point.
Oh,
But 20 years ago, Temple football couldn't even win freaking 2 games. They suck. Now they're on the uprising. They finally got their national TV bid.
So tell me why, since the Phillies have been having all types of success here in spring training.
Oh my God, man!
Since
it's spring training.
nobody
You're going
wants-
up against
since-
minor league.
since
You're going
nobody
up
wants-
against minor league pitchers, dude.
No,
You could hit a minor league pitcher.
right, no.
You could hit a minor league
I
pitcher. I could
agree.
hit a minor. Matt could hit a minor league pitcher.
I agree. They're
The
all,
offense has been consistently.
Listen.
Dude, they're facing minor.
Listen,
They're facing
Ralph, I agree.
Class
They
A
just beat up
pitchers,
CC
bro.
Sabathia the other day.
Listen,
They're facing
listen,
Class A pitchers.
listen,
So
I-
CC's on a downhill anyway.
No,
Yeah,
so they would put an 8 spot on CC Sabathia.
Dude,
That's
Dude,
like
he's
that's
on a
not minor
downhill.
league pitching.
He's not the same pitcher that he used to be.
I am going
It's
to say
fine.
this.
He's still a legitimate number 2 in the game.
I am going to say this. I agree 100%. I think they're going to get 70 wins. Now, listen, with that being said, okay, I agree with you saying that they're going through the motions. It's kind of like football preseason when they're not hitting. I got all that.
Third string starting quarterback playing week 1.
I got that.
And everybody's high on the Eagles.
I just think that they're going to surprise and they're going to turn heads.
First
I
of all,
really
it's
do.
actually a lot different.
I'm being honest. I think they're
But
going to
it's-
turn heads. I'm not saying they're going. I'm not saying they're going to be a playoff team. I just think they're going to get 70 wins.
Because for the first 4 innings of these spring training games, you're facing the team's legitimate starter. You're going to have your legitimate position players in there. Young kids get and they'll play in spring training and they play in a lot of games. But for the most part, 7 of the guys in your starting lineup are going to be members of your starting lineup in the regular season. Like you're not just facing a bunch of minor league guys.
Nola should have gotten opening day. So
listen, I don't.
Wait, he's going to have opening day in Philadelphia, though, right?
Jamie Helix, Jamie Helix.
Yeah, well, that's what they're doing. They're saving him because they want the fan base to see, their new. I want to say their replacement for Cole Hamels, but they want to see a face of the franchise like opening day in front of your fans. That's what they're getting.
This is my whole point. This is why I think they can win 80 games.
Lose the first game of the season.
Look at all these young guys. Nola. J.P. Crawford,
how he's not
Williams.
How he's not going to be in a Phillies uniform day 1 is beyond me.
That's stupid, right? That's my whole point to this. I think all these young guys should play
to win
right
50
away.
games this year.
Well, I don't think because even if they don't have them up right away, I think they'll be up by June or July. Even if they kind of keep them down.
So
there,
you're saying they're going to have
year.
over 100 losses again?
Yes,
they're going to go 50 and 112.
Yes, they're going to break the losing record this year.
Wow.
They're going to break.
Yeah,
I think this up on the other side of the break.
I think it's crazy. Yeah.
We got one more break we got to take. This is the rundown on a2dradio.com. We're brought to you by the Phillies Sports Bar located at 31 South Black Horse Pike in Runnymede, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-4322. Email info@phillydiner.com. Visit their website, www.phillydiner.com.
You're listening to the worldwide leader of real talk, A2DRadio.com.
This is Tom Arnone, owner and operator of A2DRadio.com and host of Agree to Disagree. If I want to go check out a ball game, there's no better place than the Phillies Sports Bar located at 31 South Black Horse Pike in Runnymede, New Jersey. With over 40 plasma and HD TVs, a brick oven, a 2-story deck, the sports bar has surpassed everyone's expectations. From the one-of-a-kind sports memorabilia to life-size sports figures, the bar stays true to its name. The Phillies Sports Bar will provide quality service along with outstanding variety of the finest liquors and well-known beers in a family-friendly environment while remaining true to what they are, the best darn sports bar. That's the Phillies Sports Bar, located in Runnymede, New Jersey.
HUDRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by Romeo's Termite and Pest Control. Family owned and operated, Romeo's only employs the safest, most effective methods to rectify your situation. Whether it's at your house or at your commercial residence, no matter what the concern may be, they'll get the job done. Raccoons, squirrels, bed bugs, termites, you name it, they'll take care of it. Satisfaction guaranteed. Give them a call at 856-341-3927 or look them up on Facebook at Romeo's Pest Control or visit their website at www.romeospestcontrol.com, your local pest control provider.
The Rundown, only on HUDRadio.com.
It's the Rundown on
Wow.
HUDRadio.com.
Ruben Randall,
What about him?
1-year deal to Philadelphia right now. Just popped up. Breaking news.
Ruben Randall coming to
Breaking
Philly.
news: the Eagles and wide receiver Ruben Randall agree to terms on a 1-year contract.
That's legit. I like
Welcome
Ruben.
to Philadelphia, Ruben
I
Randall.
like Ruben Randall.
Yeah, he was actually pretty good with the Giants.
Yeah, I
He
like him.
was. Came out right now.
Yeah, he could be our two.
Great
We have
news.
Matthews, him,
Yeah,
and then you put Aguilar out in the
in
slot.
the slot.
Yeah, I
Now,
like it.
they're also saying that they're giving Jordan Matthews a chance in training camp to play outside wide receiver.
But see, and I
Did you
never
see that report too?
I never bought into that bullcrap. Well, he's a slot receiver. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
He's a slot receiver.
He's
What
6
the
foot-
blue hell?
Yeah.
Like he's first
He
of
was
all
a free agent, Ruben Randall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Signed
First
a
of
1-year
all,
deal.
at 6'3" and 220 pounds, you're built like the ultimate outside receiver to begin with. But to say that just because this guy played a lot of slot receiver at Vanderbilt and that makes him a slot receiver, don't give me that load of crap. So how hard's the transition to go from the slot to outside? Like, come on. Really? Every receiver in the history of the game's done it. Okay, the guy's not Wes Welker where he's 5'9" and he's a prototypical slot receiver.
Right.
Come on. The guy can adjust outside. Just put him out there. He was playing in the slot at Vanderbilt because that's what they had him playing.
I
But he can be out
I
there.
love being on.
There's your veteran wide receiver right there.
I love being on the radio and have breaking news. I think we need like a breaking news like alert.
Yeah.
Like, ding 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 or something. You know what I mean? Breaking
But
news.
there it is.
It's great.
There's your veteran wide receiver that we all talked about.
How much they paying him?
It doesn't say. It just says.
We
1-year
gotta
contract.
find that out. That'd be
It
pretty
said,
good.
people are saying it's cheap. It's for cheap.
Well, I can imagine. I mean,
Yeah.
no one signed him up until now. You know what
yeah.
I mean? No, but he had a good year last year.
Yeah.
He had a decent year.
and he's a veteran wide receiver that can teach Matthews, Aguilar.
Well, he's
Huff.
He's not a superstar.
I'm just saying that he's been around where he's been playing with Eli.
I'll take him way over Miles Austin.
Yeah.
I'll take Trisha over Miles Austin.
I'll take anybody over Miles
I'll
Austin.
take
bro.
Trisha. That's what I call
Yeah,
her
how
now.
is she?
Yeah.
I know her on a first name
She's
basis.
good.
Yeah.
I think she's listening
How
right
is
now.
she?
She's listening right now.
That's good.
Oh, cool.
hope
So
so.
it's cool that I get to act like I know her on a first name basis. Hi, Trisha.
Yeah.
Well, her mom's definitely Beverly. Her mom's listening.
Oh, okay. So we got the whole Matthews clan.
I know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
freaking awesome. I freaking love it.
You take them all out to dinner. Trisha, Ryan, Beverly, all Sean Street. You take them.
Well, it would be over in I don't know, Turks and Caicos.
Is that where the wedding's going to be?
Man, I don't know. Turks.
And you should have been here the week that you weren't. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense. That you should have been here that week that you weren't here. But yeah, that week that you weren't here, if Trisha was listening,
dude, you were calling.
We were
everybody.
Yeah,
out.
I was like, I was like, Sean. Like, yeah, we were. First of all, we were calling out Noah. We were going in on Noah. I said that Noah. I said that Noah didn't pay his taxes. We were reading Gibson Mayor, and I was giving the information, and I was like, unless you're Noah Eaton and you don't pay your taxes, then it's irrelevant. And he got all mad at me. But I like, you were at like a funeral or something. So I was like, is Trisha with him? How about Ryan? Are they there with him?
Well, unfortunately, this is bad to say, but I got another funeral coming up on Tuesday.
Jeez.
It was a really, really bad tragedy that just happened. One of my good friends of mine, the other night after unfortunately the fantasy draft, but we'll get into that later on. But
yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's we don't need to make that public. That's crazy, but okay. So like, I feel like the Grim Reaper. Yeah, I know. Yeah, touch of death.
This is my 4th funeral since November. I feel like the Grim Reaper.
I was trying to have some fun at Trisha and his expense, and he's gonna kill it with. Oh, by the way, one of my best friends just died. We've got another funeral to go to. Way to go. Much of a buzzkill as Ralph over here with the Phillies in 50 games.
And Treadwell.
Yeah. Seriously, explain something to me.
No, that does suck now that we signed. He ain't coming. Now we're going to lose multiple NFC championships.
Well, the Giants are going, we don't want Ruben Randall. Let him walk. We're
going to get Treadwell. Let's win 5 NFC championships. Let's just be win 6 Super Bowls with Chad Kelly next year.
If J.P. Crawford, Nick Williams.
50 games, dude.
Well, Eli Manning's not retiring next year. You know that, right?
What?
Eli Manning's not. You're acting like he's going to retire next year. He's not going to retire next year. Eli Manning.
Who cares about Eli Manning?
I do.
Who cares about the pouty face one?
Because we're gonna.
You know, it's a fun game.
Take Treadwell and we're gonna lose multiple.
You know, it's a fun game whenever the Eagles play the Giants.
Laughing us.
Get a piece of paper and a pen and check marks. Keep track of how many times in a game Eli Manning makes the pouty face. You know that Eli Manning pouty face?
Yeah.
That's a fun game whenever the Eagles play the Giants, and like you see how many you get in a game.
It sounds like a drinking game.
Too. It is. It's exactly what it is. Every time you see a pouty face, you take a shot. See, Matt would know something about this. They played a drinking game one time on Hockey Happy Hour, right? It's hockey. A lot of times, a lot of drinking games involved with hockey too, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it is a good drinking. Every time Eli. Yeah. Yeah, every time they miss a net on a shot, right?
Well, you're going to be blitzed.
Yeah, that's the same thing with Eli Pouty face. You're about
or
you're going to
we
be
can
10 to
do-
12 shots in by the end of the game.
Or we could do how many times Gostisbehere breaks a stick at the blue line. He broke about 15 sticks this year at the blue line.
You know, it was a fun game back when Zach Ronaldo was here. I used to watch Flyers games just to play this game.
We're talking hockey.
I know.
Excited.
I know. I used to like to play this game just because, it was fun. It was kind of like can't miss. Like, you were guaranteed to get drunk. You kind of kept track of how many times Zach Ronaldo did something crappy in a game, like how many times he sucked throughout the course of a game. And by the end of it, you were like 10 to 12 shots in. And you're just completely trashed, and you're like, "That's all right." Like, I needed to be trashed.
Well,
to
this
watch
was before Fireball, too.
Yeah. Well, I need to be trashed to watch this ugliness anyway. Because they break your heart a million times over. Tila Tequila goes well with it. I'm just saying.
Telling you that the Eagles made a mistake by signing
You were loving it 10 minutes ago.
They made a mistake by
breaking news.
Yeah,
we just signed Ruben Randall.
They made a mistake by not signing Ruben Randall. They made a mistake by getting rid of Chip Kelly. They made a mistake by hiring Doug Peterson. You're a mistake, Ralph. You and your 50-win Philly squad.
Yep.
You're a mistake.
It's gonna happen, dude.
You were an accident.
And when it happens, come on, man.
You're really all right. Want to bet on that?
What?
That they have more than 50 wins?
All right, let's go.
Yeah. I'll bet on that.
Bet any type of money.
I'll bet on that.
$1,000.
I'll bet.
Yeah. You're gonna be. Oh yeah.
We can shake on that one. We can shake on that one right now before we go off the air. $1,000 if the Phillies win more than 50 games. This is the rundown on A2DRadio.com. No Philly sports fix. You're going to have to wait for Tom and Mike AM in the PM later tonight. I believe that's 8 o'clock start time. Is it, Matt? 8:30? 8 o'clock start time for Tom and Mike AM in the PM. This has been the rundown on A2DRadio.com. We're brought to you by Gibson Mayer LLC, your certified public accountants. Go to 301 Oxford Valley Road in Yardley, Pennsylvania. Give them a call at 215-369-3300.